I'm pain-free all day with
recreational employees, and possible success. One that will stop you dock worker at Long Beach, and he introduced himself to me. I shook his hand. His hands are like baby's hands, but supposedly he's a dock worker. Got manicure fingernails. And he takes us to an expensive restaurant in Long Beach, and he starts saying the strangest things to me. And by the way, I should mention that Damien had been staying at my apartment only a couple of days before. In fact, rather cryptically, he said to me, you know, you should be careful of strangers who suddenly introduce themselves into your life. And he gave this to me as a kind of warning before he left. And I thought that was kind of odd and cryptic. And then suddenly here's the situation. And we're standing there waiting to go into this restaurant. He turns to me and he says, are you into conspiracy theories? I am. And I said, oh no, not really. And he seemed completely confused by that response, as if I was supposed to say something else. And then he goes, I just read a book called Behold a Pale Horse by Milton William Cooper. Have you ever read that book? And I go, no, I've never read that book. And he keeps referring to him as Milton Cooper, even though anyone who has read Behold a Pale Horse and knows anything about conspiracies or UFOs always refers to him as Bill Cooper or William Cooper. He keeps calling him Milton Cooper because that's what it says on the spine of the book, Milton William Cooper. So this guy who's supposedly like really into conspiracies keeps calling Bill Cooper Milton Cooper, and he says, he goes, you should read this book. It's really fascinating. He goes, do you think that what do you think of George Bush? Do you think he's a good president? And I said, oh yeah, I love George Bush. He's a fantastic president. And then he said, yeah, you know, I think we should have a revolution in this country. What do you think? It was like he was trying to bait you into something, right?
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous. And nothing I said seemed to jive with what he was told I was supposed to say. You know, so he just kind of, the whole thing became a comedy of errors. And then there's been several other strange incidents. For example, there was one weekend, I had been out of touch with Damien for a couple of years there, and then we got back in touch with each other around about 2010, something like that. And my wife and daughter were supposed to go away. We were all supposed to go away on the weekend to Santa Barbara. The last minute I decided to stay behind to write. So I was in my office writing that whole day. And at around 2 in the morning, stopped and went into my bedroom to turn on the light. When I turned on the light kind of flooded the alley outside. But when that happened, I heard all this scrambling going on in the alley below, and these people kind of running off down the alley. I should mention that earlier, the day before, I had sent an email to Damien telling him I had just found in my storage space a lot of his old manuscripts, his writings. So I sent him this email and I said, I found a lot of I found a lot of your stuff. That's not the word I used. I found a lot of your stuff in my storage space. Do you want me to send it to you, or should I hold on to it? It's not going anywhere. Okay, now flash forward. There was these people scrambling down the alleyway. I didn't think anything of it, really. I was tired and I just went to sleep. Next morning I wake up, I go outside. The neighbor who was downstairs says, did you see the garage? Now I should point out that I had a storage space that was off-site in another city. That was the storage space I was referring to. But there were also storage spaces below in the garage. And it could be that they misread that email, because we went down the garage and the whole place was just completely torn apart. But nothing was taken. There was all this expensive electronic equipment the neighbor had stored down there. That wasn't taken. I had 2 bikes down there that could easily have been just rolled on out of there. Those were not taken. There was a motorcycle that was not taken. And the place was just completely ripped apart. So I don't know if the Barney Fife types who were like reading the email got into their head that the stuff I was referring to.
250 years to tear down all of the roads. dildo?
There, you just had it fall out of my pocket.
It's a light up dildo, right? Farted.
Anyway, then.
Farted. Ooh, that fart smells good. I like the way that fart smells. It smells like a fart. Like a for real fart. Or wanna fight? Round one, fight!
I'm guessing planes landed daddy and take off in distance.
Huh?
Guess the planes landed daddy and take off in distance.
No, they landed that and took off the better. I don't know. That ain't good right there.
I see them all going in that way, but I don't see none coming up this way to land, so I'm guessing they all land over there and take off over.
Look at that parking lot full of cars.
That's a lot of vehicles.
A lot of vehicular devices.
Don't know if any of those go to Texas.
Wonder if anybody from Texas over here.
That too.
Wonder how many of those people flew out of the United States.
Yes. For business and pleasure.
That's you. That's you. Did you trip for business or pleasure?
Both.
What would happen if I said both? Had a business meeting, went to the business meeting, took a couple extra days, had a little bit of pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
What would they would do if you did this? You trip for business or pleasure depends on how positive it was.
No, there wasn't any good looking flight attendants on the plane. That'd probably give you a look.
Not cross security. Today's world, they probably just say fucking cross security.
Junction I-70. Follow.
Wonder if we could do that. That thing actually kept their butt keen, your window played its levels.
I was just saying, I was like, it'd be my luck. A big ass bug just hits right where the camera is.
And then something happens.
It's just like, you don't see anything anymore, you just see a blurred spot.
Yeah.
Dadgummit! The minimum is 50 miles per hour.
Never.
Yes. Don't make fun of me. Are you making fun of me? Are you threatening me?
Maybe.
I need more TP for my mom.
Yep.
I am. Fire.
Fire away.
I'll save those stickers for like PS3 or whatever I get.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got enough stickers on there.
I need to get some more stickers for my laptop.
You can have the little dude going, ah.
That works.
I'm keeping the Skyline for other people.
I just need to put them in a way to where they won't be upside down when I have to lift it up.
But when you're looking at it,
It's going to be upside down.
you'll be upside down.
Yep.
They open it up, stretch it up.
Yep. Here's the exit 30. Where's 42?
Up there. Further in.
That way or that way?
About 10 miles.
That way or that way?
That way. Like, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's both of ours.
day?
It looks like a wreck site.
Your face. It's like a wreck site.
Would that be the wire line going in now?
Yeah.
Like they got two of them. Okay, that's one. That's the pole I was looking at. Yep, they get the wire line.
No, they ain't fracking right now.
No,
No, that's not a frack site.
no, it's not.
That's what it used to be in Oregon, because I got saltwater tanks over there.
Yep. Like they putting a thingy in the ground.
Yeah, they're probably sucking everything out of the hole.
Probably are.
All the chemicals. They do that after fracking too.
Yeah.
They put like hydrochloric acid and all kinds of stuff in the hole.
In other words, there's somebody down there they have.
But the hole is big.
Well, like we can fit.
You couldn't get your headphones past it.
No. On my head. Gotta come up and sit like this. Yeah, there you go. Get out of here, dude.
Watched a video the other day. Somebody was at a frac site. They said 0 to 90 barrels a second in a second. He's sitting on top of the sand can. Everything's just other bump trailers are running. And all of a sudden you see all of their stacks just kind of open up, black smoke pour out. And it's, oh! It was like, oh, I missed that sound. I always loved it when they kicked in the stage, when the stage started running.
Yeah.
Just coughs out a whole bunch of black smoke when it does that.
Tailgating is for being off the road. Being courteous and whatever. That's just stupid.
What?
There's a gate down here. Shut and locked. And no piece on this side. You just go around.
Okay. Alright, then.
Do not stop.
Okay. Making you show your teeth. Look at that. You look vicious. You look vicious.
You're like, dude, you don't know.
He don't like it, dude. He hates it.
That Linda the director was very
Definitely got a
stressed
game.
over the production being a weird, horrible production, which it was. Shelley Winters would refuse to come out of her dressing room for hours at a time, demanding a pillow. Where's my pillow? I can't find my pillow. We must have it.
Why did she need a pillow?
I don't know. She didn't like sitting on her butt.
Another one
She
right here.
sort
We
of
have
a
3
cushion
living
to
right
sit
now.
on.
Wow.
And so
You bitch, I
one
was
day
gonna
I
get
was, I don't know,
I got-
laughing or playing along.
We got one in
Kid,
this
you know,
bed, another. We got
12,
3 right
13 years
now
old.
live.
And she took me into my trailer and closed the door and sort of
Now we have 4 or 3.
unleashed on me and reprimanded me and
2
said,
now.
if this movie's a failure, this is your fault and you have to.
Wow.
And I think she was
But
just
do
trying
I
to
get
get me
extra
focused
points?
because I
'Cause I
was
killed 'em while I was
kid and
driving.
eating sugar. I don't know what.
That's on my head.
And it
No.
was so devastating at the end of the
It is
movie to
there
have the
right
director
now.
come and sort of
Yeah.
unload all
Don't hit
the
it.
stresses
No.
onto your shoulders as if it's somehow your responsibility that things are going. And I just burst into tears afterwards. I just thought that was so lame.
that
What a
was
lame thing.
horrible.
What a lame way to end
It's
the
a hard
actor.
one.
It's a hard one.
12, 13-year-old kid, for
So
fuck's sake.
fast forward to 17
It's
years
hurt.
old
It's
and
hurt.
Stephen
It's
Bochco.
outlying
Your parents are lawyers, and they
Yeah.
say to you, we'll move to LA with you if you get a job on a Stephen
So I don't get
Bochco
extra
series,
points for
because
going
they
all
were
the time?
fans.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah. They said it was the other way around. They said we would never do a TV show
Right.
because it
How many
would
more will
uproot
pick up
us
in
as a
the fucking
family,
plane?
right?
Right.
Because if you go do that, it's not making a movie for
Because they
4
have
weeks.
to legally be on the set and watch you, and they don't want
Well, we're gonna drop
Correct,
the
right. They're
trailer
required to
as
be
soon as we
within
get
X
there. I'm
number
going
of
into my
feet of
post
you,
trip.
Right.
Yeah.
by state laws. But also they're lawyers in New Mexico and not in California.
Right.
They can't
Right.
just start practicing law.
You have to pass the bar.
Correct, Mundo. So we just
Go ahead and
took
start
TV
the,
shows out of the equation,
10 hours
and they
in.
said their caveat was unless it was the Stephen Bochco show, that's
So
fantastic,
close, so
and they
close.
love
He was
Taylor
buzzing
law,
between
and
the
they
window on my elbow.
And then weirdly enough, they didn't know this, but Stephen Bochco was planning a TV show about a teenager who's so brilliant he goes to medical school and he does
As fate would have it, that's exactly what happened.
And you get the part.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable. The whole
already
thing was
looked
packed
through all
up and
the
moved to California, like the Beverly Hills.
Just programming returns later on all of
And
them.
your parents take a lot of shit because they're on the set with you all the time. And I guess they get branded as the showbiz parents, and you're there with them all the time.
Any
parent of a child actor's brand
Okay.
is showbiz stage parents. It's a really hard job position for anyone to be put into.
It had to be weird for them because they were two lawyers, successful people, had a pretty good living and all of that.
They're required by law to be sitting in a folding chair, watching their child with absolutely no other purpose.
I am so blown out.
Very weird.
I am so blown out your parents did that for you. My father would have been like, fuck you. He wouldn't have done it. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Was that a hard show for you to do? Even memorization-wise, I don't know if this is true or not, but sometimes like when you were operating on someone, they would put the script in the body, like on the body. So
I would do it.
It's hard because it's a lot of medical drugs, right?
Yeah, and that was what Disney was really smart at, because he was a genius guy, so he knew all of these facts, so that was part of the dialogue, was that he would just spout out all these things in the middle of whatever, so we would get small little sides, they're called sides, little mini script pages, and that's what you use to rehearse, and then you would fold it up and put it in your pocket. But if we were doing any kind of operating scene, I would just rip it out, rip the little square of dialogue out, and just set it right in the in the wound. And that's perfect, because as you're, that's where you're looking when you're talking. So sew it up.
I'd have to write down everything.
Yeah, if you watch that show, I would put on every clipboard all my lines, and I would write them in different places, so it didn't look like I was just reading. I would flip the page, and there'd be the second half of the line.
And they never got mad at you for doing that, because sometimes.
That was so weird. That world was very weird, because I was 16. I was 16 during the first season, which meant I could only work 9.5 hours all in. Right. 3 of it had to be school, so I could only work.
I love this acting.
What's the math?
Yeah, well, I get
6 hours. And so thanks. And so and then the next year I could work 10.5 hours. And then finally I was old enough, but when I was only able to work 10.5 hours, and the school had to be 3 hours of the day, and they could be in 20-minute increments.
Way to set the priority straight. School 3 hours.
Here, listen to this. 3 hours total, 20-minute increments. So they would we would rehearse the shot, and then they'd rush me to school while they lit it. And the guy, the second AD or whoever was on top of me, would be looking at his clock, literally to the second. As soon as it was 19:59, 20 minutes, they'd knock on the door and they'd pull me and we'd shoot the shot. And then so I would, getting to school, you'd sit there and you'd decompress for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, go to the bathroom or whatever. You had literally school for 11 minutes.
What a joke. I mean, what a wrong message to send to a kid, right? Well, you never went to college. That's one of your big regrets, right?
I don't think anyone in the industry really thinks that a kid learning, geometry is going to help their craft as an actor.
But what a pressure.
Like, if you ever meet my Aunt Ronnie, which you probably never will, and look at her hair. It's black. It's black hair. I mean, it doesn't look like her hair, but it's real wiry. You can't really control it.
It's funny, you have an Aunt Ronnie, I have a...
Well, her name is Ron. But whenever I was little.
Ronnie. Where's he from?
Now everybody calls her Aunt Ronnie. They're from some other state, but Ron is the one that lives down there in Texas City.
Oh, okay. On side?
Yep. I love her to death, man.
How many of your aunts and uncles do you have left on your dad's mom's side?
My mom's side, I just got my aunt. My mom and my aunt supposedly have a brother in Washington.
Okay.
Never met him. He's never met me.
What about your dad? Who's left from them? All of them.
Uncle Buddy and Uncle Clarence. David died. I forgot about that. One of the guys I was named after.
They don't have any sisters.
David. Oh, and Aunt Bobo.
Unless they have any sisters?
Aunt Bobo. It was Shirley. Yeah.
How's he get the name Aunt Bobo?
She wanted to be called, apparently. Whenever she started getting nieces and nephews and grandchildren, they called her Bobo. I want to be called Aunt Bobo. Why? Because Aunt Shirley don't see me. risque thing in the Bible. I don't want a double whammy having a tattoo of me mourning somebody technically. And he was like, alright, I see where you're at. I see where you're at. It's like, it's just, I don't want to get to heaven and be like, well, you have tattoos, that's whammy number one. You're not supposed to do that. Number two, you also have a tattoo mourning a loved one. Well, look, they're right here. Why did you mourn them?
Yeah.
They're right here with you. They're still here. That's why I'm not going to get any tattoos from Charlie or my dad or my grandma or anyone. I won't do it.
I see nothing wrong with getting it simple.
Yeah, I mean,
To honor, like I'm doing my arm right here. My plan is to get it.
like Rich has a Indian symbol for a bear
Yeah.
because his mom loved bears. He believes the same way I do on that matter. He's all like, I want to get a tattoo mourning somebody. A lot of people make the argument they're remembering, but what if God looks at it as they're mourning?
Yeah.